Welcome to Highway Homestead. Sorry it's been a while since we've made a video, so I figured I would do a late summer recap of what we've done so far. As most homesteaders know, and if you don't know homesteading, then late summer, midsummer is a very busy time for us.
Well, the roosters are crowing, gotta rise and shine. Daylight's a burning, ain't got a lot of time. When the day is over and the work's all done, we'll sing and dance and have a little fun.
First off, from clearing the land for the barn, you can see the amount of wood that I have behind me. That's going to keep me busy until the wintertime. Hopefully be a source of income, we'll see. I still have the final tree to clean up, which I'm going to do tonight as well. But it's mostly hickory, a little bit of ash, a few other types of things, but probably 75 to 80% hickory. Here's our egg layers. They're getting older, especially our younger ones are starting to get old enough to lay. You can see we have some different roosters, but you also may notice that Jack, our big buff rooster, is no longer with us. We've killed meat birds this summer, and Jack is a buff, and we no longer want to have buffs, so we culled him, and he will be chicken noodle soup one day. But you can see our cream leg bar roosters are growing. You can see the size of the combs on those things. They're getting big. So we're hoping that they will fertilize all of our eggs so that we can start incubating our olive eggers, cream leg bars, their eggs, so that we can start hatching them. That's our final tree. I finished splitting it a few days ago. I say finished splitting. I quarter it so it makes it easier to load and move. But now we are ready to mark off for our barn. And we're gonna start doing that so we can pull a permit, buy the some 6x6 treated posts to put in the ground. And you can also see our stump that was there. We've almost got it completely burned up now. That way our barn can go right there. We'll fill it in with some dirt and make it level. This is our property now. I don't know if you can tell, we had our meat birds pulling through there. So it's not really rained in probably 3 weeks or more now. We really would like some rain, but anyway, you can tell all the droppings they've left on the ground for us to help pasture just grow well. We're so close to being done with the meat birds, which I am happy about. Twister and Abigail are pretty much finished with this. They've ate all the stuff they like. All the rest of it we're gonna open back up for the chickens to have. And then we can move these guys onto some new fresh stuff as soon as we're done with our meat chickens, which we only have 24 left. Praise God. We are so sick of them. We've had a good bounty. We're averaging 4.5 pounds or so per meat bird. Not alive, that's dressed weight. And here is the empty chicken tractor. So we're down to one chicken tractor now, which cuts our workload in half, and we will be finishing that up this Saturday.
Come get the pumpkin.
All right, there we go.
Ready?
Courtney's got rotten pumpkin.
Oh God.
Charlie Brown's great pumpkin. Also, I don't know if any of y'all recognize that this is our traditional till garden, which is covered in grass because I've not tilled it and it's not had any crops in it. Hush, Twister. But we put the meat birds on them to let them have fertilize it for us naturally, so that it'll help the soil and help for next year's crop. Check out these purple beans, y'all. We've never grew them before, and the Mr. Groundhog ate 3 of the plants, so we only had 3 left. We've not got a single bean off of them, but they sure are pretty to look at. The vines are super healthy, and we're putting out these beautiful purple flowers. Oh, there's a bean right there. So we might get those and plant them again. I don't know if they're good for eating or not, but we've not got to get any. Here's the last 24 meat birds. Again, this is such a sweet moment. We're almost finished. Just a few more days of moving these things and feeding them. It's hard work, totally worth it. But again, we are looking forward to the end of that season. Here's an update on Ricky and Lucy. They have grown tremendously. They're still sweet. They don't attack us. They do act like they're kind of defending the chickens whenever we get in there and have to move the chickens, and they act like they're kind of crazy, but you can see they're growing and they like to honk a lot. Spread their wings and stretch. I guess that's a new yoga pose called the goose. You can tell fall's coming around here. We have pumpkins turning nice and pretty orange in our Back to Eden garden. We have that beautiful pumpkin. There's a pumpkin over there. There's one hiding, nestled in the weeds over here. And then we have this big old guy around here. So for perspective, we have my foot, which is a size 15, on there. That's a pretty big pumpkin. Something else we're really excited about is we have these passion fruit hanging. We just let them come up in the garden. They came up all by themselves, and you can see these fruit hanging off the vines. We have some over here, and then if you walk over here, we have more hanging up and down here. Apparently they're supposed to turn a different color and become soft. They're still green and quite firm, so they're not ready yet. I think we might try to either just eat them as a fruit or make some sort of jelly out of it. We're not sure yet. Some things never change. That's still the last load from the cabin I took. Still sitting on the trailer that's been sitting there for probably going on 3 months right now. I need to unload it and get that trailer back to its owner. We've moved the goats over to this new section. This is 100% raw land that we've never had them on. And here's Daisy and Polly and Molly and Gracie. You can see how big the kids are getting. We do have Polly and Molly for sale, so if you're interested in that, please don't hesitate to reach out. They are registered kinder goats. They're sweet. Dolly's milk is delicious. Tastes no different than a cow's milk. And it's A2, guaranteed to be A2. Goat's milk is very easy to digest. And then if you have boys out of them, they make great meat goats. Try that again. But you can see how well they're growing, and they're very sweet. And Dolly has nursed all 3 of them. No problems. She's been a great mother. Forgot to mention that our Back to Eden garden is mostly overgrown, but our tomatoes are starting to die back, but they've still got some tomatoes on them that we're getting. Like tonight, Courtney came up here and picked some fresh for our supper. Also some bell peppers, except for the purple ones, which for some unknown reason has now started to bloom and produce beans, which we're thankful for. And our pumpkins are still growing. But besides that, we are mostly finished with our garden. They always say don't bite the hand that feeds you, but what about the scoop? Ricky and Lucy don't seem to care today. They know they're going to get food. And they eat grass very well for us, so I guess they can eat it. Well, folks, that's the end of our summer update. So now it's back to the boring stuff. Feeding, watering, getting a load of wood for tonight. Got bugs flying around me. But I'm sure that I am the voice of many right now when I say, is it fall yet? We're ready for cooler weather. It's still 90s in September, mid-September. And we are ready for some cooler weather, for some apples, cider, fresh cider. We are ready for fall. Y'all have a good one. We appreciate you watching. This has been Highway Homestead. See you next time.